Well, hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of The Suicide Squad. Let's do it. The Suicide Squad is an action-adventure comedy from writer-director James Gunn and Warner Brothers. The film stars Margot Robbie, Idris Elba, John Cena, Joel Kinnaman, Viola Davis, Daniela Melchior, Peter Capaldi, David Dastmalchian, and like a million other people. Supervillains Harley Quinn, Bloodsport, Peacemaker, and a collection of nutty cons at Belle Reve prison join the super-secret, super-shady Task Force X as they are dropped off at the remote, enemy-infused island of Corto Maltese. I'm gonna start by saying something incredibly unpopular. I like the original Suicide Squad movie. I don't think it's a very good movie. And we know that Warner Brothers essentially ripped it to shreds to make it more appealing, but I'll admit, I had fun with it. And when James Gunn was fired by Disney, all the other studios sort of clamored to try and get him. DC basically offered him any IP that he wanted, what, you want Superman? Have Superman. And he went, nope, I want Suicide Squad. So I was really curious to see what he was gonna do with it. And I'll tell you this movie is bonkers, it's bloody, it's crazy, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. The whole cast is great. There's not a single performance in here that I didn't enjoy. Viola Davis as Amanda Waller doesn't have a whole lot of screen time, but she's given more to do in this movie. She's able to sink her teeth in and sort of play in the role a lot more than she was in the first one. Loved it. Idris Elba and David Dastmalchian are both standouts for me. Loved Sly Stallone. He was adorable as King Shark. And I thought John Cena was really quite funny, though he has some serious moments that actually really worked, so bring on the Peacemaker series. I'm into it. But for me, the absolute heart of this film was Daniela Melchior as Ratcatcher 2. For such a crazy movie, her performance and that character really grounded the flick and gave it some heart. And this movie really does have heart. Amidst all the blood and carnage and gags, and this movie is really funny, we get some quiet character moments that are like genuinely sad and really quite touching. And visually, this thing is a treat. It's big, it's colorful. One thing that I liked is the movie is essentially split into chapters, and I thought it was cool the way James Gunn sort of uses the environment like rubble or fire or smoke or what have you to sort of create the titles of the chapters on screen. That was cool. And obviously for such a big movie, there's a lot of CGI in here. And while some of the shots didn't look amazing, I was actually really impressed overall, particularly with King Shark. When we get close-ups on his skin, looks really good. Now, one thing that the original Suicide Squad took a lot of heat for, and rightfully so, was its overuse of popular music in the soundtrack. It was constant, it was excessive, it was often jarring. And this is a James Gunn movie, so yeah, it uses a lot of popular music as well, but it definitely felt a lot more organic to me. There were moments where I would have preferred score over soundtrack, but overall it worked. And I was pleasantly surprised to see in the opening credits that the score was composed by John Murphy, who did the score for Sunshine, a score that I absolutely love. Go on YouTube, type in John Murphy, Adagio in D minor. You're welcome. Slow burn, but oh, does it build. Now, a lot of the score in this movie didn't really jump out at me, but there was a moment during the climax where it really started pumping and swelling, and I was like, that's the John Murphy I know. Loved it. I don't really have a lot of complaints about this flick. I will say that it did feel a hair long at 2 hours and 12 minutes, but because I was having so much fun, I didn't really care. I also felt that as much as I love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, and I love Harley in this movie, she kind of has her own subplot in the second act that felt a little bit superfluous to the movie, like you could have cut it and it wouldn't have affected the plot really all that much. My biggest issue with this movie is the way James Gunn and his DP, Henry Brom, move the camera. There's that scene in one of the trailers where the squad is on this bus and they're preparing to go on a rescue mission, and the camera keeps doing all these like whip pans to kind of make us, the audience, feel like we're boots on the ground, we're in this bus, we're looking around to see what's happening. And I remember having a conversation with a buddy of mine and he was saying, I really hope the whole movie isn't shot like that. And I was saying, I doubt it will be, I bet it's just for this one scene. Nope, it's all over the movie. And sometimes it does work really, really well, but I found its use really kind of excessive. It was jarring, it was distracting a lot of the time, and it made me feel a little bit queasy once in a while. But that's really all I've got for negatives. I had an absolute blast with this flick. It's crazy, it's so much fun, it's so crazy, it's oddly sweet, and I would absolutely be down for another one. I will also say that there is both a mid and post-credit sequence, so now you know. But yeah, this is a big recommendation from me. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna give The Suicide Squad. And I think I'm gonna give The Suicide Squad a...
You might want to work on your team motivation thing. You heard of Phil Jackson? Yeah. He's like the gold standard, okay? Triangle, bitch.
Out of 10. So now I want to know, have you seen The Suicide Squad? What did you think about it? Who is your favorite member of the squad, past or present? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. Just helps the video get out to more people, helps the channel grow. I appreciate it very much. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.